From doing 500,000 views on his first time on stream, to calling out both Tate brothers to a street fight.
Andrew and Tristan, imagine when you see me face to face on the street.
They're destroyed.
Is it? Listen, let me tell you something.
They're destroyed.
I'm not saying 2 at a time. 1 at a time. Street, run at me and see what the I do to you, old man.
Jon Zherka has one of the most controversial rises in internet history. It all started when he was put on Raj Patel's e-dating stream, where he would proceed to pull a firearm out on camera in front of the girls.
You can't do that. You can't do that, man. I can't have you on.
My bad.
I know you can't point a gun at the screen, man. That's
Okay.
Resulting in a negative reaction, but now he became the center of the stream. Keep in mind, Zherka was a bouncer and was new to Twitch and mainstream internet culture, despite having social media. Almost getting kicked off, he realized he had to tone it down and put on a good show for everyone.
You say you're a sweetheart. So like, what's the nicest thing you've ever done for a girl?
For my ex, like, don't laugh. I would wash my body and my private parts with toothpaste so it tastes minty, right?
He quickly became the star of the show with his comedic antics and troll-like behavior. He performed so well that he would be invited to more shows, before realizing he could start his own stream and earn money doing so, which meant he didn't have to work as a bouncer anymore and could earn a living by streaming full-time. Zherka was unlike any other streamer at the time. He was controversial, he was a typical jock, loud, big ego, and aggressive. He didn't fit the typical streamer stereotype. He was also MAGA, which seems counterintuitive because he's from Canada. All these attributes together were a recipe for disaster, considering Twitch and all of its streamers were more left-leaning and progressive, and the fact that he was able to attract girls because of his jock-like manners resulted in people being envious of him.
Yeah, and then I got a lot of DMs, really weird DMs from the girls who would try and f me. They would screenshot the Twitch admins that would flirt with them and how they like conspire to keep me banned. If you stay around Zherka, we're gonna ban him and stuff.
Every time his viewer count rose to 3,000 or 4,000, he would get banned, so he kept a low profile to sustain his income on Twitch.
Yeah, they said as long as I'm like a low level Twitch streamer, they won't ban me. Anytime the viewer count would go up to 2K, I'd start having anxiety. I'd be like, oh, here comes another 4-month break from this.
He's been banned multiple times since then, sometimes out of his own control and sometimes he was just too intensive for the platform. He would eventually move to Kick, which is Twitch's competitor. His content mainly consisted of him picking up women and showing his viewers that he can pick up multiple women on the street. He's even gotten girls' numbers in under 10 seconds, and he would do this for donations. He would also get involved in conspiracy theories and the esoteric. One day while streaming, Zherka's brother mentioned to him on a call that if he were to quit streaming, he would forever be known for picking up women. This was his reaction.
Like if I was to leave the internet, and I remember like with all this money I made and like fixed my life, I was like looking at myself like, I'm a homosexual if that's what I'm going to be remembered for.
Realizing this is not what he wanted to be known for, he took huge breaks from streaming to learn more about conspiracy, occultist, esoteric, and power. He would read books from Freemasonry to alchemy and said that a lot of it is from people that work at the Federal Reserve, which is who prints US dollars, giving it more credibility. He's mentioned a lot of this stuff on his streams and even taught his viewers a lot of the esoteric and Freemason knowledge that he learned from reading all these books and how the elites control the world. He even has a documentary that will be coming out that talks about all the stuff he's learned from studying the occult and esoteric.
But I'm doing a documentary exposing all that. So because a lot of people like to say, oh, this guy's like an Alex Jones character. When have you heard Alex Jones actually quoting books, 1,000-year-old books, 500-year-old books? I'm the only one doing it for real. Right? He's talking about gay frogs. I like Alex and all that, but come on, dude. Someone has to do conspiracy correct.
After reading books on Freemasonry and the ruling class, he decided to convert to Christianity, stating that the most powerful people in the world acknowledge the fact that God is real but choose to ignore and hate him. On top of the fact that the ruling class doesn't care about attacking Muslims but choose to attack Christianity. Another reason for adopting Christian beliefs was the fact that Jon Zherka is admittedly a flat earther. This is the flat earth model. Zherka has been in multiple flat earth debates where he would actually win, which is extremely rare considering it's flat earth. So how did he win the flat earth debate? Some of his most common arguments include the fact that a lot of airplane pilots are flat earthers.
I want to know, because they say the pilots know a lot. Do you think the earth is flat or no?
I know it's flat.
You know it's flat?
If you look up the planets and the sun on Google Images, they are all computer generated. The fact that there is no compass that points south, they all point in the middle of the earth, which is supposed to be north. When circumnavigating the Earth, it's more like going around on a plate. His reasoning for gravity existing is that objects that are more dense sink in air, just like they would in water. The United Nations flag even has a flat Earth map on it. He has even gone so far as to say the moon landing was faked, space is fake, aliens are fake, and to support his faith in the Bible, he also thinks dinosaurs are fake. So why would they lie about the Earth being flat? His reasoning for why it is promoted that the Earth is round is that it is a direct attack on the Bible and Christian faith, and that if everyone is an atheist, they will be naturally more consumer-minded and nihilistic, losing their will, which benefits the elites by keeping them distracted, broke, and unwilling to start a revolution against them. One of the people that Zherka was able to convert to being a flat earther is Sneeko. Zherka and Arab went on Sneeko's livestream where Zherka would talk about Freemasons and conspiracies. When Zherka mentioned that he believed the Earth was flat, Sneeko became interested and wanted to know the reasoning but was still not convinced. Later on in a separate stream, Zherka was able to fully convince Sneeko of flat Earth by getting him to watch a video that was made by Eric Dubé on YouTube. Zherka would go on Sneeko's streams as a reoccurring guest and the audience loved it, with everyone saying that Zherka and Sneeko are the perfect duo for content.
And I'm saying we would have a good podcast, even though you're cooking more than me. It's like a good balance. It's a good cop, bad cop.
It was no surprise considering the fact that both of their ideologies were very similar. Zherka would eventually go on Fresh and Fit and instantly became the star of the show. He could be his complete self without holding anything back.
Honestly, you're not just not hot, you're also retarded.
Very often making misogynist jokes, racist jokes, joking about being a pedophile, and even jokes about doing coke, saying this is where he gets his energy from. He was the cocaine crusader. The audience of Fresh and Fit couldn't get enough of him. Zherka is a comedic genius. The show will never be the same without him. Zherka needs to be a regular on the show. He is such a wild yet great addition to the show. This may be the most insane episode that you guys have ever done by margin. Zherka is just not from Earth, lol. Zherka was going viral. He would push the limits of edginess in his jokes so far that he made one of the women cry for ditching her partner of 3 years.
A 3-year marriage from Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
Did you say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Zherka, you're making her cry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, we just been through a lot and I don't know what else to do.
He would argue with girls on the show with them saying they would never go out with someone like him, but then after the show follow him to his place.
For example, my girlfriend here, right? If she
No.
walked, Kenzie, right? Okay, Ken, I already don't worry. So check this out. If she
2 hours later.
just hate them and they'll come over.
This was to demonstrate female nature to his audience, showing that he could easily pick them up, giving him credibility, especially because he had a new course coming out called Date IQ. He would then go on Rollo Tomasi's podcast where he would talk again about dating and female nature. He even got into a debate with a pickup artist who was on the show with him, with the guy saying that Zherka made one of the girls on the show feel unsafe.
Genuinely, I don't think I would ever feel proud if I made any woman feel unsafe in the same room I was in.
That is the gayest shit I've ever heard.
So
you're trying to. This is a white knight. Save her, white knight, and she's still horny for me. You'll never win.
While live on the Valuetainment podcast, he would give his usual speech about female nature, Freemasons, conspiracies, make some controversial, offensive jokes, but one thing caught them off guard about Zherka's views and opinions, something that he has brought up multiple times.
Yeah, Andrew Tate. Did you see the interview that we did with him? The Patrick
Andrew Tate is a homosexual.
Stop it. Why would you want to start a war with Andrew Tate?
Because he's a
The fact that Zherka doesn't like the Tate brothers is considered strange because of how similar their views are. Zherka didn't always go after the Tates. He used to defend them and even still says that they are innocent and that they don't traffic humans. So what is the reason for his constant attacks on Andrew and Tristan Tate? Well, one time at an attempt to promote his stream, Zherka tweeted, "Huge Discord call today with the one and only Cobra Tate. This will break the internet forever." To which Tristan Tate would reply, "Why are you lying to your fans? I know my brother's plans for today and he didn't mention talking to some dork." Zherka saw this as Tristan's attempt to get rid of the competition in the red pill space.
They do their research on every rising star red pillar, yes. Do they stop them from growing? Yes. A lot of them have complained because they don't want competition for that Hustlers University. Even if you take 1% of their business, well, they don't know who you are. I have texts proving they know who I am. They're like Bruce Wayne. They pay attention to everything happening on the internet. Who's Sneeko staying with? Who's this?
Zherka would then DM Tristan, after defending you and your brother for months, you actually snake an ally? Also, why are you and your brother so afraid to talk about JQ? Since then, Zherka's found other reasons to hate on the Tates. One of the most common ones being that when the Tate brothers owned an adult webcam business, they would unplug the keyboard from the cam girls and get the guys off themselves.
So I'm trying to teach these women, and the women kept f***ing it up. So I said to them, it's like, you know what? F*** it. I'm taking over. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards and plugged a new one in from me behind the screen. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking.
He even criticized Andrew Tate for not being misogynist enough.
And he says, women are good at some things and men are good at other things.
Just like you said, the same
thing. The truth is, women suck at everything.
Zherka has once stated that it brings him more money to bash the Tates because controversy sells.
It's crazy because people are like, dude, like even this, they're like, you opened with attacking Andrew Tate, like you're obsessed with him. No, it gets me more money.
That's right, yeah.
Right? I'm never gonna stop, all right?
And he's directly attacking the Tates, who are seen as an authority figure in the Red Pill manosphere. For this reason, he chooses to post tweets trolling the Tates, knowing it will give him more attention. It's even led to him attacking the Muslim community as well, which resulted bad for him because Muslims take their religion more seriously than other religions do. One day while out on the street, he was approached by 3 Muslim men who would then tell Zherka to apologize for his disrespect towards their religion, and one thing led to another.
Apologize to the Muslim community for reminding them that their prophet married a 6-year-old. Christ is king always.
Zherka had been jumped by those 3 Muslims, later saying that they were Andrew Tate's guys.
His boys jumped me. You see that?
I didn't know that. Is it real?
Zherka later decided to stop attacking the Tates. This is out of respect for Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast being good friends with the Tate brothers, and how Zherka was always let back on the show despite him attacking them due to Myron accepting free speech and open opinions on his platform. On September 16th, 2023, Zherka officially stated all of this in a tweet. With how extreme he is compared to the average person, a lot of questions have raised about if he plays a character or if he displays his genuine personality. This is what he has to say.
Zherka, I know you're not actually like this. I know this is just a character, and how much of it is real? I said 85, 90.
Anyways, thanks for watching.
And his fucking ugly girl, that woman would be animal abuse. She gotta be the ugliest bitch I've ever seen in my life.